can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at. You can get with this.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Hollywood DA here with another episode of This Is It podcast. You know how it is. Mondays and Wednesdays, we go live. We in the building. Me, Hollywood DA. My man, Phenom 202. What's good with you?
Phenom 202, DDA representative. A little tired today, man. I'm here on time, unlike Corey. He's on CPT time right now. Yeah, but, you know, hopefully he'll join us later on. But how you feeling today, man?
I'm good. Oh, and look, there you go. Speak of the devil. He coming in here now. I'm good right now. Yo, we live, Corey. We already live.
Yay! Oh, is my mic on? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, that nigga had a muscle relaxer. I was like, what the hell? He was like,
man, I
don't
need it, yo.
Yeah.
One of those too.
Yeah.
I've been working out. I was like, damn, man, I need to pull out my little tool, yo.
All right, that's what's
Feel
up.
good right now, though. I'm getting a little personal massage going on.
I was about to say, you know,
man, get you one, man. Marshalls.
Actually, I bought
max $50, yo.
I bought one for Jackie. She ain't even busted out yet. I was like, I was thinking about doing it the other day.
Yeah, this joint, I like it, man. It's good.
That looked like I ain't gonna say what it looked like. It looked like a super.
I'm about to say,
2050 rabbit, if you know what I mean. For the ladies out there, shout out to them. Like,
hey, yo, keep that joint on ice as long as possible. You bust that out for Jackie, yo. She ain't gonna need you no more. Yo.
Oh yeah, I see. Smell it, Corey. See what it smell like.
It's in the box for a while.
All right. No. Might be some places you ain't know what's in. He was like, what the hell?
This just
like the battery is low on this for some reason. I don't know why.
But yeah, all right. How you doing, though, Corey? How you doing, man? You good?
I'm doing good, man. I'm tired. Shoulder hurting a little bit, but I'm hanging in there, man. I'm here, man. I'm just glad to be here, man. Computer was booting up a little slow, so that's why it took a little while to get on.
Trust me, I had this joint scheduled, the full schedule, because I asked Phenom was just sitting there by himself. I was like, yo, man, I'm going to be right back. 9:05. It's still a little late, 9:02, because it's already like going live on the joint. I was like, yo, it's going. I was like, we ain't talking. It's just going. And then we was waiting on you, like, cause he said you was here. Like when I hit the go live, it said you was joining, but I guess it was a little hiccup for you coming in. It took
CPU,
a while,
man. Yeah. You know, hopefully it'll be better in a couple months from now, man. And I'll be on and popping.
There it is.
What y'all up to though, man? How y'all doing?
I'm good. I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
We're coming from the weekend, man. Had a house full of people this weekend. Shout
I heard.
To the homies that came through. And then Rugrats, yo. I'm glad I ain't got no kids, yo, that age, man. Woo! Putting them through on. Yo, Ollie, salute to you, man. Running around behind toddlers, yo.
Well, I ain't got no toddlers no more, but they up there.
I mean, your oldest is, you know, he's like preteen-ish, young one, boy. Man.
Yeah, he'll keep you working.
Yeah,
keep you busy.
Full of energy, yo. I should say, yo. I love to see the DDA offspring running around the crib, you know, keeping the legacy alive, yo. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up. And you know what else is?
You,
man, I ain't doing too much, man. You know, I'm still just getting back in the swing of thing, having to go back into the office. Oh God, yo, this is so.
That is the worst.
It's got its highs and lows. I think I worked from home for so long. I mean, it was like 2 years or whatever. Then I do a hybrid schedule. You know, I'm not in there every day, but just the days I gotta go in, waking up and getting dressed and shit. I was like, God damn, man, this is crazy.
Clothes is a motherfucker, yo.
Dog. I was like, and then I done got fat. All my clothes is tight, but I ain't buying no new ones. Like all my little dress shirts and slacks.
Can't tuck your shirts in no more.
Yeah, I gotta tuck them in, but it's just a little tight. I got that. I'm like, God damn. So, but I'm just gonna be uncomfortable until I lose some weight or something. I'm just like, fuck it, I ain't buying no new shit. I'm just gonna be uncomfortable, man. This don't have to motivate me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I had a button-up shirt. I was gonna wear a tie to work. Couldn't even button the top collar, yo.
Oh yeah.
I was like, yo,
I've been there before. You be like, God damn. Mm-hmm. I'm about to tell you that shit out your ass. Be
can't even breathe, yo.
But yeah, back in work, and you know who else is back working? Your girl Halsey. I can't never say that. Halsey. I mean, Halsey, the singer, the musicians out here. I mean, she's dropped hit after hit after hit, in her field. And basically, she's saying she had a record she's ready to release ASAP. Those are her words, ASAP. But she says the record label, the record label doesn't want to release it. They're waiting for, they want to have a viral moment. Basically, they want her to do something viral to build a little buzz before they release the record. So of course, she went on the TikTok. She was saying, these are her words. She said, basically, my record company is saying I can't release it unless they can fake a viral moment on TikTok. She says the video is done, it's almost done, and everything is marketing. And they're doing this to basically every artist these days. So how y'all feel about that? I mean, I definitely think it's true. Like, it's a lot of stuff is built around social media, and definitely now TikTok is the way of the world. Like, if you get you a hot TikTok trend that goes with your song, your shit boosts. So, I mean, what y'all think, man? I'll let you, Corey, what you think, man? How you feel about these record labels doing?
I mean, look, I understand from a marketing perspective, like it does help. They realize how it will. Let me take this thing off. I sound like I'm underwater. They'll realize how it really does boost sales. Like, for instance, Drake, that one particular song, like Kiki, do you love me? Yeah. Do you find
everybody
me?
Was doing the dance. They was jumping out of cars. Motherfuckers was losing, jumping out of cars, rolling in the street, dying. I mean, just to do this video.
Yo, the video went viral his song blew up because of that.
Well, no, his song went viral because of Shuggy, the dude on Instagram.
The dude that did it.
Yeah, he did the dance.
He paid him, I think, like $250K.
Yeah,
something like that.
Because after it went viral, everybody started wanting to do the dance.
Yeah, and the song was a smash. I mean, so I understand, but the problem is to hold up somebody's record because of it. That don't make no sense to me. I'm like, look, sometimes you just gotta drop the record and let the record speak for itself. Sometimes the record will move on its own. Just let it do its thing. But I think some of these record execs, they're so stuck in social media now, and some of them are probably millennials. So they think that's the only way to go.
Yeah.
And that's some of the problem right there. They millennials and they think that's the only way. If it ain't social, it ain't popping.
And it's funny. I mean, not like she's an old lady herself, but she was like, yo, I'm 4 albums in. I got a kid. I do tours. I do this. Like, what the hell we talking about? TikTok? That's what we had to hit with the AI. TikTok. We talking about TikTok? Not the album, not the single, the real single. We talking about TikTok. Like, come on, yo, what we doing, man? What's up, Phenom? What we doing, man, out here?
Yo, she just created a viral moment right there. Know what I'm saying? Just saying, yo, my baby told me to do this. Now everybody could be like, yo, she just created a moment for him. But it's funny though. I'm looking at this show called Barry, one of the best TV shows out there. Shout out to Bill Hader, yo, really funny in it. But his girlfriend is pitching a TV show. And the TV show is doing great. They put it on, they have like a streaming service called like Banshee or whatever. But then like they took it down like 10 hours later because the numbers weren't moving, because the algorithm wasn't moving. So they pay attention to all that stuff, yo. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, how you gonna take it down? You didn't let it get a chance to create a buzz and none of that stuff. Like, well, our numbers are already gonna say it's not gonna do good. Yeah, and this is how this is the algorithm, this is the think tank that all these executives be in. all them sitting around talking about how we get this thing to pop as much as possible. Halsey has a following. She had buzz back then when she was dating G-Eazy, and Machine Gun Kelly said something, and him and Machine Gun Kelly's about to fight. Then the album dropped a little bit after that. You know what I'm saying? But you're right. The older you get, 4 albums in, you already have a fan base. You're not going to get any new people. I'm not going to go buy a Halsey album because she had a viral moment. And a lot of people ain't going to do that. They going to already know who she is, and she's been out there for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's funny you mentioned that. Like, this is the viral moment. And actually, she ended up responding to that, like, basically saying, she was like, yo, because her shit went viral off this, basically. She said, yeah, I went back to the record label. And they was like, oh, yeah, it looks like your TikTok is moving today. she was like, so you don't leave or you don't release it? They was like, we're still looking into it. So she was like, yo, I basically went viral off of this shit, and they still ain't trying to drop it because it ain't what they want. You know what I mean? They want
Right.
She went
They
viral.
want millions of views.
Yeah,
It's gotta be like that.
Yeah. Oh no, it was at 8 million and counting earlier.
It's at 8 million, and they still haven't. Come on,
Because
yo.
because it went viral in like a negative light, so to speak. You know what I mean? Because it's not like, you know, they weren't like a fake viral moment, like her doing some shit, whatever, some bullshit. Or it's either way, you gotta either fake it come naturally, or I mean, you could go to Drake route. Not even talking about the because you're right, Corey. Because that first song, the Kiki joint, is really what kind of. I mean, I'm not a big TikToker, so I don't know. But to me, that was like one of the first songs on TikToks when there was a trend where everybody was doing a dance. And then after that sparked so many dances, trends, and, like, you know. And then Drake, what was the last joint? The Left Foot, whatever the. What was to slide or whatever? Basically, he made. You can't tell me he made that directly for TikTok, like so people can go in there and do like a little, like follow along, do the dance. So I was like, yo, I was like, he ain't even hiding it, yo. Like this dude just made a TikTok song. Like he was like, yo, fuck it, like you know.
But people are making TikTok songs off stuff that's not even current now. I mean, they making TikTok songs off stuff that's old.
But you got to understand this too. Like I got Sirius XM. And they got a TikTok channel.
They do.
You hear the song on TikTok, you hear the song here. They play the whole song. If you listen to the whole song, it sucks. It don't take certain parts of it. This is one song by this little gremlin looking motherfucker called like Spot 'em Got 'em. Like something, knock your heads off. And people just like doing like this dance.
Oh, yeah. I know you're talking about when they were doing this dance like this.
Yeah.
All type of shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the song sucked.
It does.
But that part of the song, even like Meg Thee Stallion and Beyonce, they had the Savage song. Every woman in the world was doing that on TikTok. Everybody.
I like Savage though.
Yeah,
I like the song too.
But yeah, you old. You got rock serious. Only old people rock serious. Just so you know, I just gotta get that out there. Go ahead.
I got serious. I
know both of y'all old, man. Both of y'all old.
But you're right though. A lot of those TikTok songs right now, it's just that 15 to 20 seconds that you hear on TikTok. That's the best part of the song. But once that's over, the rest of the song is garbage, yo.
It's but there was a dude like even like people make these TikToks, and I mean, look. I couldn't say if I was in my 20s while doing dumb shit on TikTok, when my life be on social media. I say that now, being an old man on the lawn, saying, hey, y'all need to stop TikToking and Instagramming and all that stuff. But that's the way these music industries go now. That's how these movies go. Like even like actors, they got to use social media. They got to get hey, go see my movie, all this stuff. But even when we was in LA a couple months ago, what we went to was a famous spot where all the celebrities called the paparazzi to come out there too.
Wow.
Hey, I'm going to Nobu. So I'm just letting you know. And paparazzi come, they got an area where it's like where paparazzi stand and all that stuff. Those all, but she's not with it, yo. She ain't gotta be with it. She's a musician, she's a vet in the game. She's not struggling. You know what I'm saying? She's still hot for whoever listened to her.
But I mean, it just plays into just the music industry in general, yo. Like, I don't know where the music industry's gonna go. I mean, you're always gonna have some labels just because, I mean, they got money to pump like marketing behind artists. Yeah. But basically, they pumping money behind artists to do what artists with no money do now. Like that's what I mean. Like artists with no money were the people that was like, you know, going. I ain't to say go viral, but you know they doing it, pushing the social media or whatever. Like, I'm talking years ago. You know what I mean? Now you get signed. I mean, it's all as far as if you're a new artist. Like you just all on kind of an even playing field. I mean, of course, the majors got the money for the marketing type of deal, so I shouldn't say even playing field. But I mean, I'm just saying now. Back in the day, the labels had access to shit that you wanted access to. You couldn't, like, they were putting billboards up and ads in magazines and MT, like all that. But now that's not what they want. I mean, now, to blow up, you need to be on like the interwebs. Yeah. And guess what? Anybody can be on the interwebs. So it's like it's just a strange time, and it's sort of. I mean, of course, you see some of the bigger people do it, but it's definitely gonna be a time where it's just like, yo, fuck the label, yo. Like, I mean, what is the label doing for these people now? I mean, besides
That's a good question.
It's a few chosen few like, where they push, like your boy, like Jack Harlow, yo.
They've been killing him.
Shout out to his garbage ass album. He had a couple songs. I was like, yo, he ain't that bad, man. Let me check him out, yo. I was like, you know, he sounded like a little weak ass Drake type of shit.
I mean, he's good. He just
that album.
I like Jack Harlow, but
have you heard the album? Yo, that album.
I heard the album. I just heard 2 songs.
No, that album trash, yo. That's why I was disappointed. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I was disappointed. But I'm just saying, like, people like him, like, they get the push. But everybody else on the label, like, you know how many people on that label ain't getting the push? Like, why even sign to their ass at this point?
Right. You're right, man. It's almost like a situation. What's the use of being with a record label? You could probably sell more product, make more money doing it on your own, on the interwebs, on YouTube, because a lot of these folks are making money off YouTube. And then they're making money off Instagram because they get the followers that follow them on IG. They go on TikTok doing the same thing. Some of them even do stuff on what's the other joint?
SoundCloud.
No, not SoundCloud. The live stream joint. The most of the gamers be on, but some people go on there. Twitch. Some people are going on Twitch and doing like live joints on Twitch. Yeah, I mean, so they're finding other ways to make it, and it's a shame because now the record labels are following that same pattern. But it's like, well, I can do that too.
Yeah,
you know? But you gotta look at it this way too. Like if Corey Roy, take you back to 20-year-old Corey Roy.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? All of us sitting around trying to make music. Some do it more often than others, but everybody was trying to get on. We make a viral hit. These labels will come in and be like, we'll give y'all some money.
Yeah.
A lump sum of money that you've never
That's
seen.
how they do.
Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what it is. I mean, like, if you was a smart business person or had somebody in your life, be like, no, stay independent. But even like I was listening to Gunna, the dude I locked up with homeboy, Slim Thug. I say Slim Thug. Young Thug. So he was like, they asked him, should you sign to a label? He's like, definitely. Definitely, they put the battery in your back. They give you all this money. But on the flip side, Nori is like, the game is like the worst loan you could ever get in the history of loans.
No, as an avid drink champs, I'm sorry, I have to beep call you out. But Nori is the one that's always like, he loves the label. He's like, fuck that, give me the label money.
Yeah, he do. That's what I'm saying. He wants the label.
But your other boy, DJ, what's his name? FNM?
EFN.
EFN is always like, no, go independent. Like, you can make more money. But Nori's like, yo, fuck it, just give me the bag, give me the marketing and all that. Make my life easy. Because, I mean, going independent, I mean, it is tough. Like, it's definitely a tougher road. And you ain't gonna sell as many records and all that, but you can make as much money. You know what I mean? Much money.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
So that's it's just about it's all just about, I guess, what you want out of it.
So I guess the difference between a record label. I was going to say, I guess the difference when you sign with a record label, you make it the same amount of money. The only difference is if you're with a record label, they know your face more because they're able to push you on more outlets. So you get in the club for free. Where if you independent, you still got to pay for your drinks for that night.
Yeah. But
you may not smash as many girls too if you're independent.
Nah, you can still smash. No, but I will say this though, Corey. Just because you think you're not paying for your drinks at night, but you paying because once the label come to recoup, they will always recoup. So even if you go to the club and it's on the house. I mean, you
It's not
paid for
really on the
that
house.
somehow,
No.
some way. Because
That's
guess
true.
what? Them labels,
what I mean.
they find a way. They'll charge your ass for everything. They'll be like, "Yo,
Napkins.
you'll be paying us back for
They like the
years and
hospital.
years."
You
yeah,
can't get nothing for free.
I was about to say, this aspirin. Oh, you was in the studio. You took aspirin. That's $80. $80. That's an
I'm
$80.
gonna charge you for everything: forks, utensils, toilet paper,
I was about to
aspirin.
say-
But that's what.
Oh, you
but
want to
that's
wipe
what
your
I'm saying.
ass? You mean you want to wipe your ass in this studio? Oh, we got you.
$100 per ply, yo. That's what it is, yo. But like to piggyback what Ollie said, like Ollie is right. Nori is the one that says get to the bag with the label. But on the flip side, what he did say was you get $1 million advance from the label. And your album don't do as good. But they put you out there again for a second album, then you another advance. You still got to pay back the money from the first album that they didn't recruit. So it keeps going on and on and on till you get to the black, but you're gonna always be in the red. And that's what it's like, you're gonna be famous, but you're gonna be broke famous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the label works for some people like Drake, Kanye, all them dudes, Future, them dudes.
I mean, but yeah.
They can do no wrong.
Yeah, but they're different though.
Right.
I mean, they're different.
That's what I'm saying. They super different
Yeah.
when it comes to that. But Halsey, I mean, like in her case, I don't
I mean,
know
she
what her
got-
money looking like.
I mean, she
I don't know
got
what
hits. She got some joints, like, you know what I mean? She got some hits. So I don't think it, I mean, she good, but I mean it's not like once you on the label, that's the whole other thing. I mean, once you're on it, ain't like you can just be like, yo, I'm out.
That is true. You locked
like,
in.
Yo, they be like, nah, where you gonna play? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
like you can't quit me, girl.
That's true.
You like,
There's no-
you think
there's
you
no
don't quit me?
ramification, yo.
Like ain't no quitting me, baby. I am the game.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
There's no ramification. You can't sue the label to drop your music.
Nope. Only thing you can do is just go crazy.
Yeah. And then hopefully they drop you. But
Do
other
like
than
the
that,
locks. Do like, let's say, tell I'm gonna drop a piano on Puff's head or some shit. Remember,
Refrigerator.
yeah,
Refrigerator.
He's like, you just gotta go straight crazy, yo. I mean, till they just like, yo, it ain't worth the hassle.
Yeah.
But
That's the only risk, though, most of the time. And you guys know that's a lot of the risk that artists have to take with signing with a label. Because if you sign with a label, then all of a sudden the label just shelves you or doesn't do anything with you, you're stuck.
Yep.
You can't sign nobody else. You can't do nothing. You can't do nothing until that contract is done. And then by the time you finally out the contract,
You ain't hot no more.
Yeah,
You
ain't
ain't hot no more.
Your buzz is done. It's a wrap.
so it's a serious risk artists take when they sign with a label because they hoping the label pushes them. But you all know about 70 to 85% of them get shelved quick.
Now,
They just sit there.
Here he goes, because Corey actually worked in radio in the past life. So, Corey, do you think it is payola going on with the radio?
Hey, yo,
Like paying to get record spins and all that type of stuff? Are they dropping off brown bags and certain DJs?
well, I believe, I'm going to keep it real. I never saw it, but definitely record label executives, the A&R people that work, they come by the radio station a lot to get it good with the program manager. So that they can get that push on the air. Now, what they do once they sit in his office, I don't know.
You see that door closed. They came to the blinds. They came to the blinds and look out there like, shoot.
They come by there, yo.
They come in that office.
That's above your pay grade on that. Yo.
Yeah, that's above
But
my
even
pay
like
grade.
flexing them used to say be payola back in the 90s. I mean, there's still probably payola going on in one shape or form here. But they ain't sending they ain't cash apping nobody. They ain't doing no kind of electronic shit. So they might be still doing the brown paper bag shit.
Yeah.
Maybe,
You don't want to
maybe.
leave a trail. You want to leave a trail, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it is what it is, yo.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
crazy.
my bad. I'm over here because I was trying to think of a segue. I had no segue. I was gonna be
No segue. Let's just go on to the next one. So let's go to the next
I
topic.
was
I
gonna
just
say,
gave you one, man. Banking, EFT, direct deposit show.
well, see, but no, I was gonna go to the other one. That's why I was gonna see what people like. People like sex, and people like sex. But you may not like sex after this, because it turns out that the monkeypox, it's bubbling out here, yo. It's bubbling now. It's more and more
Wait a
cases.
minute. Is this some new? Y'all hit me with some new.
Yo, it's
breaking
more-
news. I don't
it's more
even know what
cases.
you about to say.
There's more cases coming up. I mean, Phenom
damn.
got the gist on this,
Yeah,
but
I
they
like
saying
this.
a couple of recent cases have been tracked to being transmitted
Sexually?
Yes.
Oh my gosh! Let me find
Phenom,
out.
you got some more info? Or
But not just your regular sex, yo.
I mean,
They're trying to debunk it.
But it don't matter.
Yeah,
don't
it's
mean...
like, no, what I'm saying is this is what they said. This is from the article. It said that it's been traced down to a rave that happened in Europe between homosexuals. Now you know what they're going to do with that. Like me, I don't think a disease just starts from, like they said, AIDS start from a.
That's what I was about to say. Look, they go to that same playbook. Look, didn't they do that with AIDS? It was like it's the homosexuals. And guess what?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
They're gonna do what they, man. Trust. They about to go back to this joint again. They were saying like Africans was banging monkeys. That's why we got AIDS. Now they're gonna say they got the monkeypox from homosexuals having sex, and it spread that way. Dude, like we never know where these diseases derive from for real. Not like this, because they can speculate and then kind of almost pinpoint.
Right.
That's just like that could be like the first case that's tracked.
I mean, yeah, usually they can pinpoint. I mean, generally, almost all these diseases like come from animals. It's like they spread through animals, and they somehow just find a way. They jump off the animal, like the virus, whatever, into a human somehow. And
Once I saw that movie Outbreak, I was like, oh my, anything's possible.
Yeah.
But you saw how Outbreak was. A bat shitted in the pig or some shit.
And
the pig. No.
That wasn't Outbreak. That was Contagion. That was Contagion.
Contagion.
Yeah.
Contagion.
That was a good one. That was a good one. Yeah. Because at the end, they show how it happened. Like you said.
How it happened, how it wound up get to the human. It started from an animal. It was something real simple. And it went from this animal to this animal to this animal. And then it wound up getting to a fish.
Yep. And
showed it wound up eating.
At the sushi. In the sushi.
Gwyneth Paltrow with the sushi.
Yep.
And there you go. That was how that started. Next thing you know, everybody got contagion.
I know that shit.
But what was the name of the disease? I don't even know.
I don't remember. Contagion. That was the movie. But they're saying that this joint could get spread. I mean, it's not exclusively through sexual contact. I mean, but at the same time, you you always got to be. Look, I've seen the picture. Have you seen the pictures yet, Corey? Of the bumps?
I have.
Now, last thing I want to do is wake up one morning and look down.
Right, yo.
Dog, if you woke up and saw your shit bubbling, like that shit was
like somebody threw boiling water on your stuff, yo. I'd be scared, yo.
Yes, I would be, yo. I'm running to the hospital. They'd be like, call the ambulance. I'd be there. I'm like, yo, fuck this shit.
Do you think they gonna believe the CDC now when they get that vaccine for? Because now they don't trust the CDC, but you get that monkeypox. Oh, the CDC gonna be your best friend.
Yeah,
everybody gonna get vaccinated with the monkeypox.
Yeah, you get a couple of your shit get bubbling down below, yo. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that shit. That shit don't look like a motherfucking.
That's crazy, yo. Monkeypox is a STI now. Allegedly.
I mean, but that's the thing, yo. If you for the street show, be careful out there, yo. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
And you know what? It probably didn't even start from a rave itself with people, man. It probably was some bad food that somebody didn't wash their hands and served to somebody at a rave, and they want to probably. That's probably how the shit got around, yo.
But it's crazy because monkeypox has been in here for years and years, decades. But I mean, cases that just basically went down, you know what I mean? Or it's only been a few cases across the way, you know what I'm saying, in other countries. But just the fact that it's starting to spread, it went to UK. Now they're popping up here in the US. It's coming. It's making a resurgence.
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
Yeah, that is, man.
Because we all know what happened with COVID. I already told you my story with COVID. I was like, oh, it's over there. We good. Then Tom Hanks got it. So that's when I was like, oh, this is real.
But you gotta look at it this way too, man. I watch a lot of videos about unsanitary stuff. And other countries don't have the same restrictions that we do. We have certain food we eat here that is banned in other countries. And we also have some of the safest practices here, but other countries don't do the same thing. You know what I mean? And we, China, yo, you gotta say a prayer anytime you eat something from China, yo, because they don't care about what they do over there, yo. I've seen so many videos and stuff like that.
You're gonna get us banned from
it ain't even being banned, yo. It's the facts. It's the facts.
Well, this is what I say, because I got a little different opinion as far as that goes, I should say. Just because, I mean, first off, in a lot of those other countries, I mean, it's a lot less money, whatever. I mean, you're dealing with street markets, this and that. It's a billion people in China. And if you, wherever you're at, Africa, whatever, you're dealing with all this and that. And then on top of that, a lot of the shit here in the U.S., it ain't even about keeping the food safe. It's just about people getting sued. People,
that's
like, trust me,
society.
like, the one in 100,000 person or the one in a million person gets sick, they sue. Now you got whole rules for everybody else. So, dog, if you ever been in a kitchen in a restaurant, you like, yo, it ain't clean or like whatever. Dog, if you go in the kitchen, when you see, and I ain't talking about like McDonald's and shit. I'm talking about like in a restaurant, like, and I'm not talking even about like an Outback. I'm talking about like ain't no gloves, ain't no this. They get and they in your shit, like you know what I'm saying? Like this, like I don't know, man. I mean, of course, everybody you want everybody to be clean.
Chinese people. I'm talking about the regulation.
But I mean, a lot of regulation. I mean, some of it's good, but I just think it's a lot of over regulation. So I'm not going to just be like, yo, they got the shit hanging up. I mean, humans survived billions of years with shit hanging up. With animals hanging up out front and motherfuckers eating good, you know what I mean? Like, without all the itching, like, you know what I'm saying? Probably a little bit healthier than us. But maybe that's just my back to, that was my back to the earth shit, though.
Hunter and gatherers time, yo.
I'm just saying, I don't know, man. Like,
we look at it this way. I ask you a serious question.
Mm-hmm.
You go to China, you walking down the market. They got chickens and pigs and shit hanging in the street. Are you eating from there?
If it's cooked, I don't give a fuck. I eat street food. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean it's different. I mean, like,
once shit reaches a certain temperature,
but that's
I'm
what I'm
good
saying.
with
It's a mind thing, though.
I mean,
but
for me, I don't care, yo. Like, honestly, for me, I'm a crazy ass motherfucker. I really don't care, yo.
So you might be
when they be like, yo, it might be,
or you might be, the outlier.
I mean, I just know when shit reaches certain temperatures, all the shit die. That's basically what it is. And what's it?
I mean, I think it's more of a mental thing. Like I said, when we like, you're right, we are over-regulated here sometimes. Like even with the baby formula, a couple like 36 children died or something like that, and they shut down the whole plant. And there's like millions of kids here, but it's just to stem it from spreading too far. But like in China, like the government, like they care about the economy, the money, and all that stuff. So the regulation is different.
But see, I think it's different. I think but see, maybe I just look at it. I look at that as backwards. No, over here they care about the money. Those, like, some babies died. Rest in peace to them for sure. Or whatever, your child. Mm-hmm. But it's the litigation. Like these motherfuckers don't get sued and hit. So they be like, yo, we gonna overregulate this shit. The government gets involved because that's a headline. Like a baby died. That's a headline. They don't get jump on it and this and that. It's old ass motherfuckers dying every day. They don't give a fuck about that because that shit ain't a headline. And then like once people start suing, I mean it's a wrap, yo.
But that's part of the regulation because in China you can't sue the government. Like you can die from the same shit. Baby formula could be killing kids over there. You can't sue the government. You can't do nothing about it.
But the difference is too over there, and of course I don't want to live in China, so don't get this twisted. But the difference is over there too. If you fuck up and you know you fucked up, like when the government official, you're in the business, like because they had a thing like I think with some of the cars and some of the executives knew it was like a defect and they just let it slide. Mm-hmm. No, them motherfuckers is gonna get put to death. Them motherfuckers started jumping out of windows and shit because they knew like once they found out the government, it's not like over here where you can just get out and be like, all right, whatever, give me my golden parachute, I'm going away. You know what I'm saying? Right, I'm disgraced. Right. I'm disgraced with my $100 million. I got to go live on my yacht. I'm no longer invited to the parties. And over there, they locked their ass up. And then motherfuckers started jumping out window because they like, motherfuckers, the executives like, yo, my life is over. So that's the difference.
No, that's definitely real because they execute they top people like nothing, take the company over, and then put their own people back in there to get it right. And they can't sue nobody. But over here, I mean, but that's the thing, yo. Like even like I don't trust fast food. Like I try to cook as much as home as possible, because I be hearing stories about, these workers. Like there was a dude that
was bad.
Like he was peeing in the milkshake machine at Arby's, yo.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you think monkeypox can't you can get anything from that shit, yo.
Yeah. I mean, it's bad out here. It's bad.
Damn.
Man, all that shit definitely going
Peeing
on.
in the milk machine.
Yeah, but fuck him. He going to jail for child porn anyway. So.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? It be the people at the top making these decisions. We don't jump right into this because the people at the top, at my boy, well, not my boy, not my people's, Wells Fargo, the people at the top, yo. So basically, an article came out. Well, I didn't say one article, multiple articles. So a former executive at Wells Fargo is claiming that the company had fake job interviews for black people and women to meet their diversity quotas. And when I say fake interviews, he noticed that they were bringing in interviewees, you know what I'm saying, people of color and women for jobs that had already been promised to people in the company. So they already knew, like, they knew the job was taken, but just to meet the quota, as far as like we've been interviewing people for diversity, they would bring them in. Oh yeah, that's great. Handshake. Guess what? Out the door. Like we already promised it to my boy. Bob in marketing already got the job. Bob in marketing, he good over there. So
that's crazy. Yo.
So he came out. Of course, Wells Fargo is they denying it. They're like, nah. They throwing slander on his name already. It's like, no, he got fired for like harassing another employee. But they got other employees that are still working there that interviewed anonymously because they don't want to get fired. And people who work there and not even with the company anymore that wanted to be anonymous as well because they didn't want it to get hurt at the new company. Whistleblower type shit. You're in the bank, and this is wealth management. Like, so this wasn't like I ain't talking about getting interviewed for a teller position. I'm talking about the people that's working with
corporate office.
Real money type of deal. So, so they don't want to get blackballed, but that's came out and it was like, basically, it's going on. So, I mean, what you think, man? You think?
It's crazy, man.
Go ahead.
I mean, but I believe it. I believe it's always been happening. It's what I call corporate lynching. Everybody knows, the majority of people know what lynching was, the unfortunate black fruit was hanging from the trees in the South. And so that stuff you can't do that no more. So what they do now is what I call corporate lynching. They find a way to keep us out of the things that they want and put the stranglehold on us by doing things like this. Like giving jobs to other people that they already know, but okay, we're going to meet the quota. So let's bring in some black folks and some people of color and some minorities and women just to say that we did it, but we already know we giving it to Bob and Steve and Billy. So it's corporate lynching, man. And they've always been doing this ever since Jim Crow laws have been gone. They've been doing this. And it's just that Wells Fargo got their hand caught in the cookie jar, but hopefully there's a lot more companies that are getting away from this. But hopefully this will set an example like, people got to stop doing this, man. Because there's a lot of good people out there that deserve these jobs.
Oh, yeah. Hey, what you think, Phenom?
I mean, Wells Fargo's a shit company anyway, yo.
I mean, they already had a past.
I'll tell you a quick story. My quick story with Wells Fargo. I went in there, asked a question about a home loan, gave my information. I went home. They sent me a debit card. They set a bank account for me, yo. And then come like a couple, and I didn't even use it. So a couple years later, they got in trouble for that shit, for setting up accounts without people's permission. So for me to think they wouldn't do shit like this, I believe it wholeheartedly. I mean, we see what's going on anyway with the NFL. What's going on with Brian Flores? Yeah, you see the Rooney Rule. And people's like, affirmative action. Do you know why there's affirmative action? You know why there's a Rooney Rule? Because y'all wouldn't let us in the door. So the government had to step in and be like, yo, we gotta get these people these jobs. They're qualified. But I mean, Wells Fargo can do whatever they want to do. I think they will get bought out eventually. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna probably switch names like SunTrust with the Truist and stuff like that. It happens all the time. But I mean, no, fuck Wells Fargo, man. I mean, literally, and they're losing all their corporate sponsorship. Like in Philly, it used to be the Wells Fargo's Strip.
Oh yeah.
Know what I'm saying? So they're really
Wait, they got
right
stripped
now.
for something they did, or they just didn't renew it.
I mean, Philly was like, we're not renewing it. It won't like. Well, I mean, there's not one, entity that's not going to want to be on a NBA arena or football stadium.
I mean, I don't like act like Wells Fargo ain't banking bank, yo. So that's why
they get money.
They still getting a whole lot of money out here, and
when they get in trouble.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, they got in trouble before. I mean, but all the banks have. Bank of America's already got caught up in some like shit with black people loans and some fees.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Wells Fargo's got caught up in other shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I do think. I mean, it's fucked up, man. I mean, basically, like,
oh yeah,
like don't waste my time. If
you don't want black people in power at all, especially over money.
I mean, it's just a matter of, like, just don't waste my time, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're just doing it to meet a quota. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this is crazy out here, man.
Yeah.
I do have conflict. How can I say this? Well, I guess I probably wouldn't even go to the interview. Look, I was supposed to be like, if I knew ahead of time, maybe I'll still go to the interview. Because I will say, and trust me, I don't agree with, like, interviewing black folks without it. But I just do think sometimes when you brought the Rooney Rule, even though sometimes they just bring in people and they already got the job in the NFL, it is good to get in front of executives and, interview or whatever. They'd be like, oh, well, we like him, keep him in mind for something else, or they might pass it on to somebody else. But the NFL is different just because it's only 16 head coaching jobs. So, and it's a tight network here. It's enough of these motherfuckers to go around. It's enough jobs to go around in this shit. Oh, yeah. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
Like, we ain't talking about the 16.
Yeah, and we know how they do. They make jobs for people they want to make jobs for.
Yeah.
I've seen them do that.
But there's nothing wrong with hiring within. You know what I mean? If that person's qualified, if you got a promotion or stuff like that, but if you're actively putting this job out there on Monster or whatever, or using headhunters to get these people in there, just so you can look good as far as hiring people, was fucked up all the way around.
Yeah, but I guess it's some. I think it was some shit with the all the financial shit that happened when they took that money. They had to agree to some things. So I mean, that's what I said. Basically, it's a numbers game. They're just doing it to say that they did it. So in case they ever get audited and checked on, because once somebody's be like, "No, they racist," they be like, "No, we interviewed."
Yeah.
Look at this. We interviewed Keisha, Misha, Tawanda, Yolanda. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? They still go through the whole list of everybody they interview, you know what I mean? So they're like, no, we're not racist. So that's, I mean, it's just there to check the boxes. But yeah, it's fucked up, man.
It is, man. It's fucked up.
But like I told y'all before, man, like I watched this thing on Netflix about Abercrombie and Fitch. And they did the same thing. They were like put all the model people in the front and all the the people they didn't name models in the back, and they got busted. They hired a black person to do their PR, and the black person they get 6 months. That's all they had to do. 6 months to show that you're meeting this quota. After that, there was no more regulation, no more looking over.
Wow.
So all that shit is just like it's make believe, yo. Yeah. I mean, like, you got to be really intentional about having a diverse work staff.
Mm-hmm.
But you can hire anybody, but then look at your board.
But it's weird because I think there've been different studies. I may be wrong, but I swear I've read different studies where diversity it helps. Like, you know what I mean? It helps in making ideas, and it's not different perspectives, because it ain't even just about like black, white. It's like your background, where you from. Like, you see things this way, I see things this way. Like, because it could be like a rich black person and a poor white person. Like, I know probably relate more with the poor white person, but he's gonna see something one way, you see something. So it's always good to have like different perspectives in anything, especially like when you're dealing with the masses. Like, you can't just have everybody in there on some group thought shit. So why not have diversity? And as far as motherfuckers that hate affirmative action, I say like, you got a 400-year head start, yo. Like, this is what I'm gonna say, yo. Like, hey, you go for a job, I go for a job, and we a tie. That's on you, motherfucker. You should be good. Like,
Yeah.
blame your mama and your daddy because they was, and they mama and they blame your grandparents because they had the lead on all my grandparents. So if your ass can't beat me on this, fuck that. The tie go to the runner player. Good to me. They're like, you know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit.
No, you're right though. I mean, like to me, when it comes to stuff like that, yo, it's like diversity. You know, people say, you know, diversity it shouldn't be, but if a white man walks into a room with a all white man and another black man, you know the white man is going to get that job because you know he's going to like the black man and the white man going for the same job could come up poor or have the same everything, but they're going to walk into a group where they're already accepted. They're going to look at him and like he's one of us already, versus just hiring a black guy who may be as qualified, as diverse, maybe better.
Yeah,
it's just it's that when you see somebody who looks like you gravitate towards that person. Oh, yeah. That's more in the corporate world. And with us, like we talked about on a previous podcast,
I mean, that's
we walk to a party, we see a couple black folks, we go where they at because it's just a comfort zone of seeing somebody that look like us. But there's rules in place to make the playing field a little bit easier, and giving black people access to wealth, and money. That's a big thing. And companies are getting caught. And even there's some white people calling this stuff out. I'm not sure if the guy that got was the whistleblower, he was white. I'm pretty sure he was.
No,
he's black?
Yeah, he's black.
There you go. So, of course they're going to throw dirt on his name.
Because he already said, he said he had, well, I don't see how much records he got, but he claims, I mean, he was bringing it up before. Like, you know what I'm saying, while he was still working there. Like, not to the level, like, going crazy with it, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just... Like, he was uncomfortable with it. Like, come on, man. Like, what we doing?
Yeah.
But, this is strange shit, man. Strange
It's funny, man.
Well, I ain't gonna say strange. It is what it is. It's the norm almost. Like, I mean, I hate to be accepting just like it's the norm, but it is the norm, It
is, unfortunately.
And so we just gotta work around it. I mean, and us as a people, we've been doing good. And honestly, I mean, I look at me and my friends. Y'all included, y'all friends some of the time.
Yeah,
no, I'm just fucking with you. But I mean, I'm just saying for real though. If you look at, I mean, where we came from as far as like your parents and grandparents and this and that, we've been building, especially our group of friends. I will say that. Yeah, it's surprising. Well, I ain't just say it's surprising because I'll make it look like it's some old bullshit. But just in general, like not even black, white, I mean, black thing. If you have a group of how many people that are, and just think about our group chat, the amount of people in that group chat.
Yeah, in our group chat, it's just
that motherfuckers
well
ain't
a dozen.
But motherfuckers ain't locked up.
Yeah.
Even white people like getting in trouble somehow, some way. Like we all are productive citizens, and most of us are doing better than our parents. I mean, because we're building off of what they put us in it. Yeah, they got us in school. Like they helped us get in school. They helped us do like, you know what I mean? So we building off what they gave us for sure. So it's not like we I shouldn't say we're doing better than them, but you know what I'm saying? We on their shoulders. And I'm just thinking with our kids, I mean, it's just gonna keep going up and up. So I mean, shout out to our friend group, DDA. We good over here.
We good.
Corey, have you seen the episode of Atlanta called Rich Wigger, Poor Wigger?
No, that was episode 7, I think.
No, that was the college. It was 8. College episode.
I haven't seen that one. No.
We gotta get.
I'm behind.
We don't have to get into this guy. Some crazy thoughts about Atlanta. I was gonna bring it up, but I didn't know if everybody's seen it.
I've seen it.
Yeah, I mean, I can watch. The way Atlanta's been going, I feel I could just start right at 7 and go into 8. I mean,
this episode is a.
They've been doing a lot of episodes that been kind of singular.
Honestly, we could talk about it without even talking about the episodes. So.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because
I don't care.
The last 2 episodes. Yeah, we can wrap it up on this. Atlanta, yo. Atlanta, yo. Bruh. I love Atlanta. I loved Atlanta. I've watched the first 2 seasons of Atlanta multiple times.
Me too.
Dog. And I get into this 3rd season. And this shit is... I don't want to say it's trash, but it's not Atlanta. Like, this is a whole new show. It's like a whole new show,
That's
yo.
The thing.
Like, so it's not trash. And I hate seeing people... And there's been so many people online, like, you go into the different groups. They're like, no, you don't get it. yo, this is intellectual, this and that, this and that. Dog, I watched Atlanta to watch a motherfucker try to get a haircut and be like, yo, hold up. Why we my baby on my house? Like, I watched Atlanta to see funny, like,
It's none of that now.
it's just so
Donald
crazy.
Glover, they could have made a different show.
But
not
that's
called Atlanta.
yeah,
That shit
exactly.
would be fire. It's like a Twilight Zone or something like that. That it could be.
But that's what they say. It's like he want to be Killing P, but he just decided to use Atlanta for the platform.
It's not. And it's not just.
I said Killing P, Key and Peele.
Key and Peele.
But what's my boy's name though? Not Peele.
Jordan Peele.
Yeah, Peele, not Key, but you know Peele. Jordan Peele, what he's doing.
Jordan Peele.
Like,
No, you hit the nail on the head. That's exactly what this is like. We have the same characters that played in Atlanta, but it's not the world is not Atlanta. It's a whole. They're in a. It's like they just pick the characters up and put them in a whole nother different scenario. It's not bad, but it's just not the previous two seasons. It's almost like it was a bait and switch. But if this was called something else, like you say, called the Twilight Zone of Atlanta, then I probably could be like, okay, I understand what's going on, but it is very different.
and shout out to BOMM, man, Black Opinions Matters Monday, they podcast, and boy up there, he calls, I listen to it. He calls Atlanta now. He calls it. He said this season ain't no but Brown Mirror, like Black Mirror on Netflix. If you ever watched Black, he calls it Brown Mirror. But
I gotta get back. I think that's why it's been hard for me to get into more of the episodes.
But it didn't even just
so long to get through it.
But it ain't even so much they picked them up and put them in Europe. Like, I could have dealt with that, but it's just all like every other episode is not even them, yo. Like every other. All right, these little side episodes is cool, but it's not even like shit ain't related. Like,
yeah, like that one side episode where it was. I'm really trying to understand, but it was all based around the white white guy that was in Hangover, and the whole issue was about the slavery thing, about ancestors, and the whole episode was just about him.
Reparations.
Reparations. Oh, I was confused. I was like, what are you talking about?
I'm sorry, that's what I couldn't.
The dude that was
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
reprimanded,
Yeah,
so to speak. Yeah, he was a Hangover.
But
that's what he meant. He was in Hangover.
Yeah.
Oh, I was confused.
Yeah,
I was like,
he
yeah,
was a
episode
guy
like
Hangover.
I was like,
Yeah.
they had an episode like
Well, the
Hangover.
guy that got left on the roof in Hangover.
Yeah.
But none of the characters in Atlanta was in the episode. It was just all him.
You got that joint. What Phoenix is the one
The
Phoenix
very
just
first
said.
episode was like that.
Episode 8, 3 slaps.
Mm-hmm.
The Trinity
to the bone.
Trinity to the bone, the nanny. So the series is only 9. This season's 9 episodes. 4 out of the 9.
4 of those. Wow.
And it made you. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is there another one? Yeah,
The first episode was
3 slaps. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but like this is crazy, yo. Like, yo,
really,
if you want
to put it to a different,
that's what I'm saying. If you want to make another show, just make another show, bro.
but his
They
brother,
really should. There
like
just should have been another show.
like, so Stephen Glover, his brother, is a producer on it too, and he came out defending people. He's like, yo, if you don't like it, we have creative, control over everything. It's a great show. I mean, even the Washington Post said this shit is trash. You know what I'm saying? So it's a mainstream paper, but I mean, black people are talking too. Like,
I mean, oh no, black people. Trust me, I'm here to rumblings.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. It's not so much as like a bad show. It's just not Atlanta, yo. Like, because even when Atlanta went off the chains before, it was wrapped around the characters. It was like being like that when Paperboy went on like that PBS shit and they had like all the commercials, but he was up there debating people about like rap music. You know what I mean? It was something totally kind of different than what we was used to, but it had the characters in it. Like, just to keep doing these whole, I don't even know what to call it. Is it an anthology show right at this point? Like, is it just because honestly, even the episodes where the main characters are in it don't even tie to one another. Like, you ain't gotta watch the second episode.
I can jump right on in at 7 and 8.
Like, every episode is something like it's
a totally different episode. It's like they're on their own little short story adventure.
Yeah, and there's nothing stringing them along because even in the past joints,
that's what it is. There's no connective tissue between any of the episodes.
Yeah, because even
it's just
my bad.
very one and done episode, and once that episode is done, that's it.
Yeah.
And then you get another character. It's like almost like a sitcom. How but some sitcoms did have a connective tissue. You can watch the season.
It was always something connected.
Yeah.
Like even though every episode but you knew like when Pam and Tommy got together on Martin, like it was brought up in later episodes.
Right,
like
episodes,
this is all around.
Yeah.
Like because
this season is all over the place.
In the past seasons, it was like Paperboy getting on, so everything was stringing along with Paperboy, Earn fucking around, whatever. Like even though it wasn't exactly like Ty, like it just didn't pick up when the last episode ended. You had that, like you said, connective tissue. Like all right, you know what I'm saying, sir. And he might refer back to some shit, not even some shit that happened in the episode, but like Earn was a fuck up. So he might refer back to something like Earn, you got like you handling this, like whatever, because you've seen Earn fuck up before. Yeah. Like now it's just like, man, like come on. Man.
The Earn ain't even in it that much. You know what I'm saying?
What about his girl? Is she even in it? I don't know.
Man,
I don't want to spoil.
For like 3 episodes.
She's only been in a couple episodes. She came back. I'll tell you, she came back the last. She come back. Yeah, she came back to you'll see. It's the last episode, and I got so many feelings about this last episode. I'm
about to watch this. So this is episode 9, the last episode, right?
This is the last episode that came out.
Okay, I'm about to watch 7, 8, 9. I'm about to watch 7, 8, 9.
But y'all right. Like if this was 2 different shows, like I wanted to see the hijinks that went on with the dude still in the phone and they interrogating him. I want to see when they doing the show and they in a different country and they see the blackface everywhere. That's Atlanta to me. Like going through that because the characters are there, they trying to navigate through different stuff. Even when they went to the dude house and Paperboy was gambling with the dude, and
gambling with the guy.
I enjoyed that. All that.
I like that episode.
To me, that's more Atlanta. But even like in the Teddy Perkins episode in the previous, that was centered around Darius. Darius was a part of Atlanta.
But see, that's what that's a good
the piano.
Yeah, my bad. I mean, but that's what I was talking about before. Even like with the PBS, like Teddy Perkins was all off, but it has somebody from the core in the show. Like they doing whole episodes where we don't even see. Like I didn't even say we don't even see. Like it don't even tie into nothing on the show. Like
it's a lot of social commentary in these episodes, from the 3 slaps to the rich wigger, poor wigger episode, which is a great topic, but it's not for Atlanta. He could have did all these. He could have had another series just talking about social issues, reparations, and all that stuff. Because that episode with the rich wigger, poor wigger was a very good episode for a topic, but not for Atlanta, yo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's the issue.
I don't watch Atlanta for that. I watch Atlanta to see a barber talking like, yo, come sit in the chair, bro. Yeah, I got you for the hold on. It's like yo, let me eat real quick. Cause you ever said with the barber, yo, you about to get a haircut, you be like, hold up, man, I gotta eat real quick. And you be like, what the fuck? Like, yo.
Yeah.
Like of course
he's done a This Is America for every episode.
Yeah,
shout out to him. He did get Liam Neeson in there. Like that shit was pretty funny.
Liam Neeson?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you said you didn't watch 7 either. Yeah, but yeah, 7. Yeah.
You gotta watch it. It was. I don't know if it's. Do you think he copped to it, Ollie? It was just like, he was just playing a role right. Like,
they said they had to convince him.
Y'all can spoil it, man. I mean, shit.
No, but they had to convince him to even say what he said. That was the whole thing. About. Like, you got because basically Liam Neeson got caught saying some racist shit when he was talking when he saw
somebody about rape one of his closest friends. People.
So he said something about black people. So it was like that was brought up. And then
in the show,
in the show, he was like, yo, and basically he just kind of was like, fuck it, yo, I'm white, it's good, I'm all good, like, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But I will say, like, he didn't even want to do all it, but like Donald Glover convinced him to do it. I mean, it came over. I mean, as far as me, like as far as the whole like what it was about at that moment, it made perfect sense. So it won't like he was like some racist, it won't like on some old crazy shit. It was racist, but it won't like him being racist. You could tell. It was within the show.
The show, the story.
Within the story, yeah.
All right.
I mean, I don't know if they. I mean, they said they already shot the other half of Atlanta.
Yeah, they shot season 4. So. Yeah, no, season 4 has already been shot.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
they shot them at the same time.
I'm nervous.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Not so much I'm gonna be out on Atlanta because I like like I said, even these dumb, I ain't so dumb, that's the wrong word. These
incongruent.
There you go. Episodes to what I'm expecting. I like those episodes, but I will say it may not be like I gotta watch it Thursday night. It's gonna turn into I'll just watch it Saturday morning. I'm about to turn to you, Corey, as far as the show goes. Like, you know, I'll catch it when I'll just catch it when I catch it. Honestly, if I would have watched this whole season, and if I would have known what the season was, like I'll probably be like on episode 6 or 7. Like not that they're bad. I'll just watch them when I watch them. Like I'm like, oh, if I ain't doing nothing, let me put it on. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I feel you. I mean, you set a theme of a show that was a particular theme for 2 seasons, and they're off kilter with it. That's why it's been hard for me to digest. Not because I think it's bad. It's like you, Ali and Phenom. It's just not Atlanta.
Yeah.
It just should have been its own show.
Episodes like this morning.
Yeah, I watched.
Watching them. I'm like, this is.
Yeah, I had to watch this shit. I watched it like Corey because I watched 8, 9 together because I didn't watch 8 during the time. I watched 8, 9.
I gotta go back and. I'm probably gonna watch them this week while I'm working. Just let it sit and play.
Shout out to Kevin Samuels in episode 8, yo. Shout out to him.
Oh, he is okay.
That was funny. Like him and George Wallace at the panel. There was interrogate people.
It was
funny to me, yo. Like
we'll have to do an Atlanta recap because I will say it.
We can do Atlanta recap.
It was okay. I wouldn't say won't laugh out loud funny.
That just the final episode that just recently passed.
Yeah, they said episode 9, but now I see some shit on the internet that says that it may not have been. But see, if it's not, and well, I will say if it's not, they're doing too much. They're like trying to do too much. Like gotcha shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Kendrick album, yo. They get too cute, too artsy with the shit versus just letting it go.
Oh no, yeah. I keep saying that was episode 9. I mean, it was episode 10. Yeah, so yeah, that's supposed to be it.
Okay. I'll check it out. I got about 4 episodes. I got nothing but time.
Oh, 8 is New Jazz. So you saw Trinity the Bone, Corey, when they went to the funeral?
Oh, you on 7, 8, 9, and 10? You gotta watch.
Yeah, I gotta watch 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Oh,
so I got 4 episodes.
Like Trinity the Bone. It's one of them anthologies.
Was that 6?
No, that was 7. That was good.
Okay. Yeah, I watched 7, 8, 9, and 10. I watched some 4.
Yeah, 8 was pretty good. Like I said, they're all pretty good. They're just like good separate. They just don't tie. They just don't tie into nothing.
Yeah, it should be called something different.
I'm looking at it like it's episode 8, New Jazz. It was good. The Rich Wiggum,
no
Poor Wiggum is good.
Like you're saying, it's no different than what Jordan Peele is doing. Like Jordan Peele, the Key and Peele show had a particular theme, but if every other episode was what Jordan Peele does with like Get Out and all this other stuff, you would be confused. You'd be like, why is this here? It's good stuff. So give it its own lane. And that's the issue. It needs to have its own lane and not be in Atlanta. That's all.
Anything, just do a whole new show. Get a separate chat, yo.
Just do your own lane.
Get a new chat, yo. Get just put your brother in charge, yo. Give him a chat, yo.
Yeah, or do a movie. Fuck it.
Something.
I mean,
I'm sure a movie's coming. I think I see something. Well, not Atlanta movie, but just some weird shit. Because I see some shit where he said he didn't want to be compared to like Peele, but I'm like, yo, you can't help it. They in the same lane. Because Peele's new movie, I don't even know what the fuck that shit's about.
I don't know what it's about either.
The aliens, but I see that trailer. I was
going on in that sky.
Yeah, with the aliens. I don't know, the aliens,
I
whatever.
Figure it out.
But the
What's
trailer
it called again?
I don't hear.
I don't know. He got some.
But that trailer fire though. Like that's the most fire trailer for some shit I have no idea is about. I was like, yo, that shit was crazy.
It is, man. It reminds me of what's that daggone movie with Mel Brooks and Joaquin Phoenix where the aliens came and they Signs. Yeah, the trailer reminds me of Signs.
Mel Brooks. No, you mean Mel Gibson?
I mean Mel Gibson.
Mel Brooks did.
Spaceballs.
Yeah,
Mel Gibson and Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah. So yeah, that reminds me of Signs where you didn't see anything, but the trailer just had you thinking like, oh my God, what is this? I'm not on the Signs bandwagon. just was not feeling.
I like Signs, yo. I ain't gonna lie, I like Signs. It was slow as a bitch, but I just like I like shit like that, man.
That's what I think of.
That's M. Night Shyamalan, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's the early days of M. Night Shyamalan. I just was
under the bat was like. But honestly, Sign. I mean, it's not a great movie, but it was certain parts. Like I like when they were watching TV and they seen the aliens for the first time walking. I was like, oh, that shit was cool to me. Yeah.
He has the art of suspense. I will give M. Night Shyamalan that. He will build you up.
Y'all see Old?
To suspense.
You know,
I've seen Old. Yes.
I haven't seen it yet.
Did you like?
I've seen it.
I like. But see,
I like the Old. It's ain't his greatest movie, but it's not a bad movie.
Yeah,
it's a.
Oh, go ahead.
It's okay. You know, it's not bad.
It was like a made-for-TV movie to me, but I like those movies. Like I like made-for-TV movies, yo. I told you before, I like kind of be if it's as long as it doesn't take itself too serious. I don't think it took itself too serious in that.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's not bad at all. Yeah. It is. I can see it being a made-for-TV movie. It's something I could have saw on Lifetime or Bravo or somewhere else. You know, I mean, it's a M. Night. What's the word?
But you know what it is?
He has his hits and misses.
I mean, he definitely has some misses. But you know what? I like a lot of his misses because I don't take his movies serious. Yo.
I like The Village. The Village was good.
A lot of people take his movies like because he had a couple of hits. Like it was like he's like this great movie maker. Like Six Signs.
Yeah,
he did Six Sense.
Six Sense and Signs. And they were like, oh, he's the new Steven Spielberg.
Six Sense was what blew him up. But to me, Six Sense is a good movie. But I never thought it was like some old like groundbreaking type shit though. Like
I gotta go back if I can make it.
Like I like Six
Sense is a really good movie.
It is. But like that's what I don't want to sound like I'm hating, but it doesn't sound like I'm hating. It is a really good movie, but I didn't think it was like I just think it was like so groundbreaking. Like oh my god, like you know what I mean? It was just like oh, it's got a crazy little twist at the end, and I think people put him on a certain pedestal.
They did because at that time there weren't new filmmakers out, and he was one of the beginning new generation of filmmakers, and they gravitated towards him because at that time it was still the regulars: Lucas, Spielberg,
Tracy.
I can't even think of it, but their time was coming to an end. They were ready to grab onto somebody new, and M. Night Shyamalan was a new guy, and they grabbed onto him. And then, you know, fortunately, he was like Ralph Sampson. You know, hot guy coming out of college. Everybody thought he was going to be the shit. And
I had to put that on Ralph. I mean, Ralph got hurt, yo. Ralph was good. They went to the finals their first year, yo. He had a whole season, yo. They went to the finals, yo.
M. Night Shyamalan
came hot out the gate. Signs and Six Sense first season. And he got Ralph Sampson's badass knees. And then from that point, it was Avatar and that whack shit from...
you talking about Last Airbender, yo. That shit was horrible.
Avatar, don't put that... That's James Cameron, dog.
Yeah.
But, I'm sorry, but it's called Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm thinking about the
Actually, you're all right. Yeah. But
The Last Airbender, and then the joint he did with Mark.
I'm looking.
Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Oh, with the
one with
Earth,
the trees,
where the Earth was killing everybody.
Yeah,
the Happening. I'm looking at his list right now. I ain't lying, y'all. I went to the theaters and saw The Happening. I was so mad.
I was upset with that movie.
I was definitely like, that's where I was like, yo, you know what? He's just a made-for-TV movie guy. And I said, because I didn't see nothing else in the theater after that.
When I saw The Happening, I cut him off right after that. I was like, no more M. Night Shyamalan for me, because that was the dumbest thing I ever saw.
He did make a comeback, though, with Split, Glass,
he made a comeback.
Unbreakable.
Glass, yes, Unbreakable. Great movies. They're good.
Yeah.
Split was the best out of them.
Split was amazing.
But I ain't gonna lie, yo, Split, I didn't see the movie, like, because I ain't gonna lie.
That was good.
I mean, I saw it, though. I mean, I saw it at home. Like, Unbreakable was good.
I remember that, because you and I had that conversation. You didn't want to give him a shot because he had so many bad ones, right? And I told you, go see Split, because it's really good.
Unbreakable was decent. But I'm glad I watched it at home. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, all his movies, like, I don't think they're the worst movies, but he has some bad. Oh, damn, I didn't know he did After Earth.
Yeah, he's got bad ones.
Oh, God.
After Earth. Is that Will Smith? No,
that's the one with Will Smith.
The one and his son?
Yes. Oh, my God. I didn't know he did that shit. Yo, that is one of the
some bad ones.
That is one of the worst.
The trailer look fire.
No, that's one of the worst movies ever made, yo. If you listen to that, like Jay and them talk, like what that accent, whatever the fuck they was doing that shit, they did like some Australian like bullshit. I was like,
It was
yo,
horrible.
that shit was horrible.
Yeah,
oh
it
my
was.
god. Oh, well, he was just a producer on that. I'm sorry, he didn't direct it. Shout out to you, bro.
Still had his name on it.
Yeah, it did. Yo, you produced that shit. You should supposed to be.
That
like,
mean you
nah.
putting up money for it, yo.
But maybe he did direct
If you're a
it.
producer, you got influence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no,
he's got
he did
a
direct.
bad roster.
He did direct it. Yeah. He let that shit fly. I'm like, wow. But yeah,
All right, but we can close this.
Yeah,
show
let's
out,
go
man.
and close it out, yo. You know what I'm
We
saying?
may
We
have
don't-
to have an M Night Shyamalan day, like rank all his worst.
The worst movies.
Yo, you look at the glass half empty. I look at it half full. So we'll do best to worst.
Okay, there you go.
Like,
But I guess we can wrap this up.
yes, sir.
Let's see. So, everybody, thank you for listening to this live show. It's on Mondays. Don't forget to catch us again on Wednesdays live show. Always, this is It Media. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel. I'm Corey Roy. You can catch me all over the interwebs. That's my man. I don't know where they at, but they're here. in the
Hollywood
screen.
DA.
Hollywood DA.
Baby.
That's right, man. Phenom 202. There you go, man. And other than that, man, everybody, we will see you on the next video. Peace.
Peace.
Get with that. You
Yo,
can
man,
get with
Golden
this,
State
or
gonna
you
take
can
it.
get with that. You can get with this,
I
or you
thought-
can get with that. I think you'll get with this.
Yeah, that 3-0 is horrible, yo. I'm with you. That 3-0 is horrible. It's on my TV. It's